1800s, the Great Plains were an emblem of American optimism. Rich in soil and vast in expanse, the land promised boundless opportunities for those willing to cultivate it. Encouraged by the Homestead Act and seduced by the success of early settlers, families from across the nation flocked to the plains, eager to transform the grasslands into prosperous farms. The 1920s roared with agricultural prosperity. Fueled by post-war demand and advancements in farming technology, the plains transformed into a golden sea of wheat. This boom led to a dramatic increase in acreage under cultivation. But this rapid expansion, largely unregulated, neglected the delicate balance of the prairie ecosystem. However, beneath the surface, an ecological disaster was brewing. The intensive plowing and removal of deep-rooted grasses disrupted the soil, leaving it vulnerable to erosion. Old-timers, familiar with the land's rhythms, warned of the consequences of over-farming. Their words, lost in the winds of progress, went unheeded. As the Great Depression enveloped America, wheat prices plummeted. Farmers, caught in a vise of debt and falling prices, desperately plowed more land, exacerbating the problem. The once lucrative wheat market collapsed, leaving farmers with fields full of crops that were worth less than the cost of harvesting them. Then, in 1931, a severe drought struck. The plains, already weakened by overcultivation, began to dry up. The life-giving rain ceased, and the once fertile soil turned to dust. The drought of the 1930s was among the worst ever recorded, turning the breadbasket of America into a barren wasteland. The dust storms began with a ferocity that shocked even the most seasoned plains residents. Towering walls of dust, some over 8,000 feet high, swept across the land, engulfing everything in their path. A survivor, recalling the horror, described it as a black curtain descending, turning day into night, the air thick with dust, choking out life. Life in the Dust Bowl became a daily struggle against the invading dust. It crept into homes, buried crops, and filled lungs, an ever-present reminder of the ravaged land. Families adapted as best they could, sealing windows with wet cloths, wearing goggles and masks, and tirelessly cleaning the relentless dust that invaded every nook and cranny of their homes. And as the dust storms raged, the plight of the farmers grew dire. Crops failed, and the land they depended on became their adversary. And families faced the heartbreaking decision to abandon their homesteads or continue in the face of despair. Foreclosures and bank auctions became common. Many farmers, unable to bear the burden of debt, lost everything they had worked for. The Dust Bowl sparked one of the largest migrations in American history. Thousands of families, disillusioned and destitute, embarked on a journey westward, following Route 66 to California, a symbol of hope and new beginnings. Diaries from the era chronicle the arduous journey, the uncertainty, the hope, and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. The youngest residents of the Dust Bowl faced unique challenges. Schools shuttered, childhoods lost to the struggle for survival. Their stories are poignant reminders of the human cost of environmental disaster. Despite the harsh conditions, children found ways to play, using homemade toys, and finding moments of joy amidst the hardship. As the crisis deepened, the federal government, under President Roosevelt's New Deal, intervened. New agencies and programs aimed to aid struggling farmers and combat soil erosion, marking a significant shift in national agricultural policy. The establishment of the Soil Conservation Service and the Resettlement Administration represented a lifeline for many, offering hope in a time of despair. By the late 1930s, the combination of government aid and changing farming practices began to turn the tide. Soil conservation techniques, such as contour plowing and crop rotation, helped restore the health of the plains. The landscape slowly began to heal, signaling the end of the Dust Bowl. It was a hard-won victory, a testament to human resilience and adaptability. The Dust Bowl era stands as a stark reminder of our relationship with the environment. It is a story of hardship, but also of resilience, of communities banding together, of a nation rethinking its relationship with the land. This period reshaped American agriculture, setting the stage for modern sustainable farming practices and environmental awareness. Today, as we look upon the Great Plains, vibrant and alive, the legacy of the Dust Bowl endures. It reminds us of the delicate balance between humanity and nature and our enduring capacity to overcome adversity. In the whispers of the wind across the fertile fields, the story of the Dust Bowl lives on, a timeless lesson of hope, endurance, and the unbreakable human spirit. Thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoyed this brief look at a pivotal time in our history and can learn from where we've been to help us all make a better tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day.